seeing green. Specifically, an episode of the 1966 TV show The Green Hornet. So why don't we step inside and explore? Programmed for Death is the name of the episode that this set of Viewmaster reels was based on. And that was the third episode aired of the Green Hornet TV series from 1966. This one aired on September 23rd, 1966, Programmed for Death. And by the way, I'm looking this up in my own book, and I do that a lot because I don't have all this memorized. But I did want to mention, last fall we did a 50th anniversary episode for the Green Hornet TV show starring Van Williams and Bruce Lee. And I showed my Kindle edition of this book that had just been released for that 50th anniversary. And now the print edition is out, so I'm so excited about that. It's big, too. I think it's the biggest BRBTV book that I have done on my own, 482 pages. I did also collaborate on a set of Super Friends books, and one of them is bigger than this, but this is my biggest solo BRBTV book, so I'm very excited about that. Didn't Dale Cuthbertson do an amazing job with this cover? Oh my word, he illustrates all of my BRBTV books. He works out of Baltimore, and he's very talented. So yeah, check that out. Back to this, sorry about the digression. Green Hornet is what we're talking about, and we have looked at Viewmaster reels before on Terrific TV Toys. My friend Brian showed you a set of Viewmaster reels from the Brady Bunch, of all things. So now let's turn our attention to this set, the Green Hornet TV show, and you can see on the cover of this fragile little packet that's seen quite a bit of wear, we have imagery from this episode specifically and from the show itself, showing the 2 stars and all of that. We've got 21 Viewmaster stereo pictures. So we're going to take a look at those. On the back, Britt Reed, brilliant young newspaper executive, not only prints the news about crime, he also takes a hand in solving the most difficult criminal cases himself. In his secret role as the Green Hornet, Britt, helped by his man Cato, an expert in the deadly oriental type of combat known as Gung Fu, that's Gung with a G, blasts his way into underworld hangouts and brings criminals to justice. One of the Green Hornet's most bizarre cases began when a savage leopard stalked into the city room of Britt's newspaper and attacked a reporter. Yes, you may remember that is what happened in the episode Programmed for Death. This leopard comes into the newsroom, and Pat Allen, the reporter, is sitting there looking at what appears to be a diamond, and the leopard, they later learn, was programmed to attack him. And then it involves some diamond manufacturing and a wealthy widow who's got her own little crime syndicate going, and Britt and Cato track her down in their disguises at her lavish estate and kind of shake her down. This originally, this at one point sold, maybe to my friend that gave this to me, thank you very much, for 20 bucks. So just a note on that. I don't know how many people have owned this set. Somebody, though, previous owner, wrote on this, the reels, what the reels are for, Programmed for Death, for all of them, the Green Hornet. So you see the sleeve here with instructions on the back, all original. And then the booklet. The booklet is so nice. Got great graphics for this episode specifically in it. Here's the scene where Pat Allen falls out the window the leopard had attacked. But for each image, there's all this verbiage telling you what's going on in the action, all this background. It's great. There are a couple divergences here that I talk about in the book a little bit. There's a couple places where it's like, what? That wasn't in it. And of course, in the book, I do look at the original scripts for each episode, and there are quite a few differences between the original script and the outline and what was actually filmed, and I find all that stuff fascinating. So that was the case with this one, too. But look at this booklet with all the great... There's the car spinning in the garage from Britt's day drive, his white convertible into the Black Beauty. I love that. So you've got a really nice booklet here telling you all the action that's going on. Yolanda DeLukens is the wealthy widow who's running this operation, and that's very similar to even what she wore on screen. So there's Cato in a fight.
So, very cool booklet. Let's take a look at this, though. The 3 reels. Let me see. Here's the first one. And I did a little testing beforehand. By the way, this Viewmaster is not the one I owned as a kid. I did have a Viewmaster as a kid, and I thoroughly loved it and played with it a lot, but then it went to some garage sale or something at some point in my childhood. So I went out and bought another one just to look at these because a friend had given these to me, and I'm like, I've got to see these. So I think I got this at a toy show that I go to. I think it was the one in Kalamazoo, for like $1 or $2, and it came with a Muppets reel thrown in. What a bonus. So let's put these in. I did some testing, as I said. I'm hoping. But let's see this. Reporter Pat Allen had a diamond and a hot story. There he is. That night, a mysterious leopard entered the city room. A little hard to see the leopard coming in on that one. Come on, turn. Slight malfunction here. There we go. It attacked Pat, causing his fatal fall from a window. Aw. The newscast said accident, but Britt Reed doubted this. He's talking to Scanlon in this one, I believe. Telling Casey, I'll be at home. He secretly buzzed the DA. Oh, okay. His conversation. There's Miss Case in her beautiful blue suit. Oh, those 60s outfits just drive me crazy. Oh, I love that. Anyways, Scanlon is coming later then. At home, he tilted the books to start a hidden elevator. Y'all remember the elevator? There he is at the bookcase, pulling out the particular books to get the elevator in the study to work. And then District Attorney Frank Scanlon arrives. The fireplace rose and out stepped D.A. Scanlon. Okay, that's number 7. 13, 8 through 14. Get that right. Okay. This transmitter could have caused the leopard to attack Pat. Now he's talking to Scanlon there. That night as the Green Hornet, Britt and his man Cato, ... There they are in the Black Beauty. Not moving again. Malfunction. There we go. Set forth in Black Beauty their car to investigate. A little bit harder to see that one. Britt called on Frank Miller, a man who made, quote, real diamonds. Locked in Miller's freezer vault, Britt used the Hornet, it says the Stinger here, but it was really called the Hornet Sting. So there he is, locked in the freezer of the scientist's laboratory, so to speak, to free himself just in time as Cato came looking for him. Cato saw the guy, Frank Miller, drive away. He was perched outside his house, saw the guy drive away, and so ran into the house to check on Britt. This scanner will photograph Miller's fleeting car. And then they used the scanner, which many fans have commented was a precursor to what we know as a drone nowadays, like a drone 40-some years ahead of its time. He's heading for that old mansion. Let's follow him. Bursting in, they surprised a gang of diamond counterfeiters, led by Yolanda DeLukens. There she is in her lovely gown, leading her little crime syndicate board meeting. The gang had captured Mike, a Sentinel reporter, Mike Axford. Britt and Cato rescued Mike, but a finger on a button, ... opened a cage just as the 3 men reached the yard. And what is in that cage? The leopard attacked Mike, but hornet gas stunned it. Next day, Mike told Britt and Casey about the Green Hornet. You always had the little tag at the end, and so there's Mike and Lenore Case in Britt's office telling him all about it. Oh, you gotta love it! So much good information here. You feel like you really did watch the episode. So cool. So, thank you for watching once again. And keep it tuned to BRBTV for terrific TV toys.